Price went up. If you're a promoter, if you're throwing a rap concert, yesterday's price is not today's price.
However you want, Robin. All right, let's go. Sorry, guys. I was getting myself organized. You know, I'm a little late this morning. Sorry about that. We are not. We gonna be on time.
Hey, Dad. It's Dahlia. Congratulations on your new show. I know how you get, so don't be too rough on him.
There we go.
Love you and good luck. Bye.
Love you too, monkey.
Welcome to The Raw Perspective with your host, the incomparable Uncle Lays, a.k.a. Lays Elliott, a.k.a. Lazy Lays from the world famous, kicking it with you in topics about health, politics, music, art, culture, and now, for your host, the legendary Uncle Lays.
Hey, yo. What's up, y'all?
Hey, yo, Lays, it's Rock. Get in there and tell the people what it is, man. Let them know what this thing is all about.
Oh, come on, man.
Information.
That's what we do.
That's what we do. We get information, more Uncle Lays from the Raw Perspective. Shout out to my OSG family. Shout out to my MOP family. I got a lot to talk about this morning. A couple things. I want to get my shout outs out of the way, and I want to get it started this morning. Cuomo's gone. I'm going to save all this stuff for later. I just want to give you the top headline news, and let me break it down. Really, just incredible before I get my shout outs in. This is my breaking news. Breaking news. Break the news. Governor Mario Cuomo is gone. Gonzo, goodbye. See ya. Out of here. After allegations from 11 women saying that he groped them sexually harassed them, the governor, in a stunning turn, decided to call it quits yesterday. And we got it on the Raw Perspective. Oh, man. Cuomo's no homo, I tell you that. Cuomo's gone. I don't know how I feel about that, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't know all the details. I got a guest coming in today about 6:30, so she's going to get into that. She's going to get into that. So let me get my shout-outs going. Get my day out. Get my day. Muhammad Islam, good morning, brother. Good morning. Much love to you, my brother. Xavier Bidal, good morning. Adriano Min, Dr. Maury, good morning. Francine Murray says, love you, good morning. CJ Job, love you. Mario Daco de Costa. Moselle Underwood, good morning. DJ Ronan, a.k.a. Jonathan Marvin, good morning, good morning, good morning. If you're going to use your government, I'm going to speak to it. Andre Legalize Menzelo, and also Carl Blackter Smith. Carl, Blackter, you've been on here a little bit, man. I don't really, whatever. Paulo Jr., little wacky dude, Black man. Willie D. Hines, they're one of them guys, that you help out, and then when they, they get around people, like, they'll call you and need all kinds of help, but then when they get around people, they act funny. I don't like that. I slap. That's why I want to slap people sometimes. Okay, I'm not going to get to the slapping. No slapping this morning. Breaking news. Uncle Lays is not going to slap anybody this morning because I like the guy. It's just too much. Will Larkin, what's up, my brother? Benny Murphy, Chucky Ray, good morning. Victor Bernard Fenton, Anastasia Candice Julie. Hey, how you doing? All the way from Cape Town, South Africa. Nice to see you. I'm glad that you joined the show. Natalie Pant, Omar Santiago. The reach is going. Shakespeare After Dark, Lyrics to Go, and the Hip Hop Obscene Network with a special shout out to our Urbano community. Yes, 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 yes. All my Latineers, all my Latinxes, everybody, come on. It's your boy Uncle Lays to the Raw Perspective. Shout out to the OSG family.
Price went up.
My MOP family.
Price went up.
A little message.
If you're a promoter,
if
you're throwing a rap concert, yesterday's price is not today's price.
No, it's not. Good morning. This your boy Up, and he's on some bullshit. Woo! He's on some bullshit this morning. I didn't tell you how much I love Fat Joe. Fat Joe, by the way, Fat Joe is really, to me, one of the greatest guys. And I've known Fat Joe a long time. I've known Fat Joe before he knew me. Because as you guys know, I am, Big Daddy Kane. I am part of the original Big Daddy Kane crew. He was my roommate, lived in my house. We used to dance, me and Scoob, and we would dance for Kane. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days before we had, we invented scrap. Basically, we invented his name. We invented the personality because I quit. I didn't want to dance anymore. I felt like, my opinion, and this is what happens. In my opinion, I felt like if everybody is doing one thing, we ain't gonna never we can't get no real money if we're all under Kane's bill. I mean, how many people can he take care of? You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? That's my brother. So I was like, nah, man, I got to get, it was simple as paying our rent back then. I got to get my own money to pay my rent. You know what I'm saying? So if I got to wait for him to pay me for dancing, for him to pay my rent, so that my entire life is existed based on what he does, then I can't do that. I couldn't do that. That was my opinion. That was my opinion back then as a young kid. I was like, nah, man, I got to get my own thing going. So I went out there. I used to do this thing called Gucci Man back in the days. Not Gucci Mane, but Gucci Man. I was out performing. I had people. I was making money. I was making like $800 a show. But, I was making my own money. And then I started doing some other things on my own and, all in the path of learning the business, Worked with a guy, Sal Albatello from The Fever back then. And, so anyway, so back in the Kane days, I digress. Back in the Kane days, I actually ran into what was a young Fat Joe back then, bigger guy. Yeah, he was really, it was Fat Joe back then. But it was a situation that had happened. I didn't know him. He didn't know me. And but we were at a Kane concert, and something had happened back there with some of the crew from Brooklyn. He wasn't the main guy. He was just a guy in there talking. And something happened. Boom, 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 boom. I recognized him as a young kid, and I reckon because he's got that face that you don't forget. And it was a situation, and he handled himself admirably. I'm gonna tell you something, because listen, I was with some real gangsters back then. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the Kane days, we had the cream of the crop gangsters. I'm not gonna make no name mentions or nothing like that. I'm not here trying to call no cold case in. I'm just saying, back in the Kane days, used to run with us. There was the cream of the crop. Some of the top gangsters in Brooklyn used to run around with us, and we had actually Mike Tyson. Is Mike on here? Hey, yo, Mike, if you on here, man, you could just put a note in there and call in. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. That's home team. That's home team. That's Brownsville. Come on now, Brownsville. What's up? That's Beeville right there. That's Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's on here, but I just got a notification that Mike Tyson, likes the video. So I'm like, oh shit. Is that really Mike Tyson or somebody posting for Mike Tyson? I don't know what it is. But anyway, so back in the Kane days, I'm talking the gangster shit anyway, so Mike probably wants to hear that. So back in the Kane days, we was in the Bronx doing a show, and a little fight broke out. Now, it was normal for fights to break out in the Kane days because we would always get into fights. You know what I'm saying? Like everywhere we went. So Kane's crew was pretty thorough. You know what I'm saying? He had a thorough crew that he would roll with. Remember, this is Big Daddy Kane. This is the height of Big Daddy Kane. You know what I'm saying? This is like this dude. Think about this. 1988. Think about who Big Daddy Kane was in 1988. You never seen him before. 1986 and 87, you was Biz Markie, Nobody Beats the Biz and all that. But then, in 1988, Big Daddy Kane is starting to pop. When I say starting to pop, I mean, 1988. Set him straight. Come on now. 88. Stop talking, man. Come on now. 88. Yo, 88, Big Daddy Kane. Come on. Think about that guy. Think about this guy in 88, man. This dude in 88 is ridiculous. This dude in 88 is ridiculous. If there was ever anybody I can say from Brooklyn that was Jay-Z, like that was at that moment bigger than Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying? Like he was the original, you know what I'm saying? It was like Biggie and Jay-Z combined together, Big Daddy Kane. That's how big he was back then. I'm not talking business accolades. I'm not talking all the extenuating circumstances that continue your success, you know what I'm saying? Big Daddy Kane. So we would do a lot of shows with Big Daddy Kane, and one of them shows we had into a situation with some crews that were beefing, whatever. And one of the crew was a guy I would never forget was Fat Joe. Fat Joe was in the crew. He didn't start the fight, but he was down for his guys. I respected him from that day. Now, he didn't know me. I didn't know him. But then when I saw him again rapping, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, back in the early MOP days, Paz K days, you know, on the tours and everything, I was like, oh, shit, that's that same guy. And I was cool with Showbiz and B.O. B.O. was my man. Rest in peace, B.O. B.O. had passed away. And back then, and Fat Joe and them were tight. So I was cool with Showbiz, and Fat Joe, definitely respect him. So to see him evolve into this guy today, this guy who he is today is amazing.
Price went up.
Fat Joe. And he's not fat anymore.
You're a promoter. If you're throwing a rap
he's no longer fat. He's not fat.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Yesterday's price is not today's price, everybody. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Price went up.
Oh, man, come on, man. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Wow. All right. He's obviously talking about the Jadakiss destruction of the Dipset at the Versus battle, obviously. But, you know, I expected that to happen. Totally expected that to happen. I mean, you can't be a music person, and I understand all the music that Jadakiss has. All the music that he has, and his focus, and it's almost like he feels like he was left out of that, you know, that hierarchy. He belongs in that. He belongs in that upper echelon of rappers. Jadakiss does. Of contemporary greats. Living legends, as you would say. And the fact that they would, you know, just disregard him and leave him out of that, you know. And I think a lot of those are self-induced errors. Just, you know, number one, they didn't tour Europe the way they're supposed to tour Europe. You have to tour Europe and become that hip-hop icon. You got to go out to your fans. They were very localized. They really was like a Hot 97 kind of favorite artist. Blocked and Jadakiss was. They made a lot of banging records for the streets, but they didn't expand that. They didn't go out and tour because they felt, you know, and quite honestly, I understand the thought. It's three guys. They felt that they wanted more value than what they were getting. But sometimes when you go to Europe, you got to take less money to build your value. And from a management perspective, it wasn't enough money for them to go out to Europe and get it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was a tactical error on their management, D Block, who I'm a very big fan of D from D and Wise from D Block. I'm a big fan of those guys. But I think in that case, that was a tactical error. I think that was an error. I think they should have, because what I would do sometimes is, like, for instance, with MOP, we would tour for years before they could pay us. Just to build the touring. That was my strategy. I had a strategy to tour before they could pay us so that when they would pay us, I could charge them a decent amount of money, you know. And then once they did that, you know, once they started to pay, now you got to pay, you know. Hold on, Fat Joe has something to say.
Price went up. If you're a promoter, if you're doing a rap concert, yesterday's price is not today's price.
Yes. Love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So you do understand that Fat Joe is just a genius now. He's got a live show on a cable network as well as on Instagram. He's got just hits after hits, new age hits. He's reinvented himself. Just a Spanish guy, you know, Puerto Rican dude from the Bronx, reinvented himself so many different ways. And it seems like he's not aging. He's just literally just staying in a time warp. You know, it's like the only thing the women in Puerto Rico age, but not the the women in Puerto Rico are amazing, and then they hit a point where they start to age a little bit. But the men, you know, unless you're drinking a lot of that Modelo, you're not going to age that much. And Fat Joe definitely is taking care of himself, his health. He looks great, and I'm a big fan of Fat Joe. Big fan of Fat Joe. Cuomo's no homo. Back to Mario Cuomo, and I want to save this for my 6:30 conversation with my homegirl, Robin from The Real Discussion. My 6:30 conversation from Robin, but let me just say this. Yes, StreamYard's sharing it too. Good. Thank you, StreamYard. Let me just say that Mario Cuomo, he resigned yesterday. It was kind of weird because in a conversation, you heard his lawyer just sort of fighting the charges that he had to deal with. They were fighting the charges and everything. And then he just came out and was like, anyway, I am Iron Man. Little applause. Yeah, I am Iron Man.
Price went up.
You know what I'm saying? He just came out with it. Like, by the way, it's like he almost thought as he was talking, let me Donald Trump this shit and hold on for the rest of my life. He's like, wait a minute, man. Like, I'm 63 years old. Fuck this shit. I got daughters. Let me get the hell up out of here. Let me get out of here. So, you know, he left. You know, and he did it like, I gotta go. I'm out. Cuomo's like, I'm out of here. Bye.
Price went up.
Fat Joe, man, I can't get on. Good morning, April Leon. Yeah. He decided to, you know, he decided to get out of it. He had to chuck it in. I got to go. It's too much. I don't want to deal with this nonsense. I don't want to fight this fight. And listen, his attorney had a very compelling argument. She was like, listen, they convicted him already, but here's the charges. And she broke it down like, yeah, okay. He might have touched her on her back, whatever, but he wasn't trying to mug her. And I'm sitting there listening to some of the charges against Mario Cuomo. And with all due respect, I'm like, hey, oh shit, you go to jail for that? I just didn't know. I just so if you touch a woman in the small of her back, then you're gonna go to that is illegal too. You know how many women have touched me in the small of my back, on my shoulder, have given me hugs, and I have given hugs back, and I may grab them in a masculine way. I'm not saying I'm touching their butts. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sticking my finger in places that they're not supposed to be, but I may have grabbed them in the small of their back and pulled them to me to give them a hug or something like that. That evidently you go to jail for that.
Price went up.
Price went up.
If you're a promoter.
Evidently, you go to jail for that. Good morning, April Leon. I didn't understand that. I didn't know that just base affection you go to jail for. I didn't know that. Oh, good morning, April Leon. I didn't know that. Okay. All right. I get it. All right. Ladies, attention, ladies. As from now on forever, Uncle Lays will not be giving you hugs, shoulder grabs, close whispers in your ear. How you been? You know, I will not use the following words: darling, baby, or, you know, baby sis, and when I say the word I love you, I will use it in context of a group setting. I love y'all. How about that? How about that? I don't know what to do. I don't know, because it sounds like what they're getting at Cuomo for, and maybe somebody can help me out here. It sounds like what they're getting at Cuomo for. I should get locked up. I should really be locked. It sounds like it. I don't even know. I don't know what he did wrong. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not like you pay. It's not like he's paying a porn star.
Price went up.
It's not like he's paying a porn star. Good morning, Dr. Ryder. It's not like I don't know enough about it, but let me just say this to you. I'm listening to the charges and the accusations from Mario Cuomo. And I'm like, I might, I might have gotten in trouble for that. I might have done that. I don't know. I can't tell you. I got to think about, the fix had to be in. The fix had to be in. He didn't pay a porn star. This is not Donald Trump where he paid the porn star. You know what I'm saying? This is not that. You know what I'm saying? This is not him on an airplane, with his hand under a woman's dress. You know what I'm saying? In first class. That's not what happened. What they got him for was they said that goes to my story, to my conversation about what I don't know. Who's more gangster in this country? I told you the most gangster people in this country is a sub-middle-aged white woman. I'm telling you right now.
Price went up.
A sub-middle-aged white man. When I say that, I mean 30 to 40, because, he didn't know the line was redrawn, but listen, with all due respect to women and women's boundaries, first of all, everybody should have boundaries. Okay. Not just women, men should have boundaries too. I mean, I've been in situations where women have done things. I'm not, back in my day, I didn't really complain. I was just like, okay, I'm a guy. I just, okay. Yeah. Yes. Women seem to have a lot of leeway on shit they can do. That's all I can tell you. You know what I'm saying? They have a lot of leeway on shit they can do. And this is not to take anything away for the women that have been taken advantage of, raped, and all these other things, because those are horrible, horrible crimes. And really, though, I mean, my heart goes out to women that have suffered that because the damage seems to last a lifetime in those cases, and also men too. Men suffer a lot of those things too. So I'm not going to sit back and say that in a space where I'm minimizing that. But let me just say, man, there's nobody more gangster in America than a sub-middle-aged white woman. This is a PSA to all the men out there. Men, these white women are gangster. All they got to do is say that you did something wrong to them. You don't have to actually do it. Just do me a favor, men. Try your best to stay away from Starbucks drinking, yoga pants wearing white women. There's nobody more gangster in this country. I don't care. American military, KKK, white women are the most gangster. They are the most gangster. Most gangster. The only people that are more gangster than white women in America right now than sub-middle-aged white women, and I say 40 for sub-middle-aged white women because women, the ages are going down. So like if you were 50, you really just like middle-aged, right? And back in the day, 50 used to be old, you know what I'm saying? But now 50 is like middle-aged, and 30 to 40 is like still young, and 20 is damn near baby. You know what I'm saying? Generation Z or X, whatever X that is. And so, but the powerful majority of white women, coffee drinking, yoga pants wearing, avocado eating white women. No, Dr. Rowley, men cannot. Nobody cares if a man can you imagine that? Yes. Hey, could you come to the Raheem? Could you come to the podium? Hi, my name is Raheem. For 2 years, I played on the D League for the Toronto Raptors. Yeah, hey, right. So when I was in the club, I had got turkey basted by 2 women. I woke up one morning. It ain't gonna work, man. It's not gonna work. There's nothing that you can actually say. Nothing you can say at that time. Nothing to do. You can't do anything about it. It is what it is, man. You got to just run with it. You got to just deal with the situation. Also, on good, you're turkey basted. Yeah, like nothing you can say. And now, because she's turkey basting me, I'm gonna be paying her for the rest of her life, at least until this child turned 21, who I don't even know, and she keeps telling him I'm the worst person on earth. Like, you can't get it back. You can't get it back. Like the men's issue is if listen, women can hold everything hostage. Like, let's say if you, and I'm not saying all women, but if you, for some reason, you have the power to influence what a man does. Like, in other words, if you want that guy not to leave and you want to treat him like crap, you can do anything you want if you hold his kids. If he loves his kids, you can hold his kids over his head and be like, nah. Yeah, and then you can tell because you're talking to the kids, and a lot of women do this. They talk bad about the fathers of the kids, and now the kids are programmed to believe that the father's bad. I'm like, the kids, and a lot of times in some situations, the guy don't even know. He don't even know the woman, don't know the kid. It's just crazy, man. So, it's everybody. It's not just, men are not bad man. But anyway, that's what we talked about today.
Price went up.
I got guests.
If you're promoter,
I got guests.
If you're doing,
I got guests this morning.
Price went up.
In the room today.
If you're promoter.
So I'm gonna go into speaker view because and with the respect, like I said, we have to respect women and their boundaries. With respect to women and their boundaries, the great Robin from The Real Discussion is going to come on this morning. We're going to talk about a few topics, and with respect to her request, we will not put the camera on this morning, but we will have great dialogue and conversation with Robin. Good morning, Robin. Let me just say this to you. First of all, you're a brilliant woman. I admire you so much. And listen, Rock is one of my dear friends, right? But I really, really listen to The Real Discussion and watch it on Fridays so that I can hear you talk, because your perspective on a lot of these conversations are amazing. And it's always something counters. Like, so I was like, I could just bring a bunch of different subjects up, and then you can sort of, talk about them and randomly, because you have such an amazing perspective. Robin, good morning. Good morning.
Price went up. If you're a promoter.
That's Fat Joe. I love that. That's my best soundbite right now. The price went up soundbite by Fat Joe as he was talking about that. Let's start off right there. I know you watched and this is old. Now it's old news because it was last week's news. You know how Right. Yeah. Right. Well, it goes back to celebrity clubs and showmanship. You know, in the Bronx, the Cold Crush floor, great guys like Grandmaster Caz and those guys. The Treacherous Three, L.A. Sunshine, Kumo D, Special K, the Fantastic Five, then Melly Mel. They were all about showmanship and stage generalship. What I saw from my man Jadakiss was stage generalship. Yeah. I'm gonna go to gallery. No, I get that. And the thing is, I haven't seen that kind of generalship in hip hop for a long time, because I think in the newer generation, it sounds like the stripper baby grew up, and back to my conversation is like they didn't grow up with their daddy and they all sound like their mother in their daddy's body. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Yeah. Well, some of their mothers were crack babies, right? And then they generationally just had another, like they're second generation crack babies now, if you think about it. Yeah. Their grandmothers are crack babies. Yeah. Right. Yeah. No, he was they kept yelling out Adderall like he was on Adderall or something. Hey, listen, I don't know if he's on Adderall, but definitely sounds like an Adderall situation. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, first of all, shout to Styles P. He owns the Juices for Life spot in is that in Harlem? He owns it, and the Bronx. He owns it. Yeah, he owns it in the Bronx. I'm gonna go there and get some juice. Everybody, it like really just you can tell that they were healthy. You can tell, like the Locks is the most gangster, but the healthiest gangster group I've really ever. Really, if you think about it. For real. So Robin, you are, let me just say this to you. You are probably, I mean, your perspective is such an interesting perspective. So I just had to pull up sort of just a firing pin of subjects that I could throw at you. You know what I'm saying? We got the great Robin from the real discussion in the house today. I got a firing pin of stuff I want to talk about today. Robin, so first I want to bring up, and I pulled this up early. I cheated it, but I want to talk about Mario Cuomo. Yesterday, the Governor Cuomo resigned yesterday. So first, let me get your perspective on it. What do you think about Governor Cuomo resigning? Right. That's political. Yeah. Right. Yes, third term. He's in his 60s. First of all, you're not going to get any dirt. You can't be a three-time governor and not have dirt on you. He comes from a legacy. His father, Mario Cuomo, or Andrew Mario Cuomo, right? The governor of New York in the 70s, late 70s. Also, it was like an Iron Man, like I am Iron Man moment, because his lawyer came out and was telling all these stories about how the case was invalid, and then he was sitting there talking about how the case was invalid, and then he just went in and says, "By the way, I am Iron Man," and then he said, "I'm out of here," like he did an Iron Man, like it's crazy. Yeah, yeah, Ah. Right. Uh-huh. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Pete Barry. Yeah. Well, he was the Attorney General of New York State, by the way, and he definitely from the Justice Department. He was actually New York the top cop in New York State, Pete Barrera, and Trump ran him out. Trump ran him out exactly. Yeah, yeah. Wow. Yeah, but Tisha James was on his ass though. So I mean, she came with. Now, how valid do you think these 11 versions of this story is? I'm still having a problem understanding what he actually did. To be perfectly honest with you. Right. Hi, Robin. Right. 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 He for the streets. Right. You think he misread the signals? You think that maybe? And right. Right. Ugh, thank you. Thank you. I get confused too. Right. Mid coitus. So he's a little bit of a creep too. I mean, he's a little bit of a creep at that point. I mean, we gotta call a creep. We gotta call a creep a creep. If he's a creep, he's a creep. Yeah, he's a creep. But that, being a creep doesn't make you a rapist. You know what I'm saying? A creep and a rapist is two different things. Right. So now they're trying to Bill Cosby his ass, huh? Is that what they doing? They're trying to Bill Cosby him. Right. Get them out of here. That's what they want to do. They want to get them out of here. Because they're all because men are all basically creeps. I mean, at the end of the day, men are creeps. Especially a man of a certain age, we are creeps by our design. We creepy. We thinking about shit. We looking at women, whatever the case may be. The entire society is set up to entice men with money or people with money because men spend money no matter what, whether it's porn on your phone, whether it's the only for whatever that only thing is, or whatever Instagram, everything is enticing. So at the end of the day, I'm not making excuses for it, but it is an enticing society set up for men with money to pay for women. That is the motivation, I believe. Right. He's got some issues too. And this is setting a really interesting precedent, by the way. Well, listen, George Bush Sr. before he died was grabbing women's asses. He's driving around. He's around grabbing in a wheelchair, grabbing asses. It's crazy. Right. Men are creepy, and women can play against that. And the problem is, I'm just looking at some of the things that the governor did. I'm like, he touched her on the small of her back. I'm like, damn, I must have did that about. Well, yeah. Well, that's crazy. That
Price went up.
All right, let's go. And we got the great Robin Walker from The Real Discussion. She's here. She's hanging out with me this morning. Her perspective is always very interesting. This is your boy Uncle Ace from Raw Perspective. Shout out to my OSG family. Shout out to my MOP family. April Leon's in the house. Dr. Riley's in the house. Let's talk politics for a second. We got something done. They got together, a bipartisan commission got together, and they passed the Senate, which has always been hard, passed a $1.3 trillion infrastructure bill, roads and bridges. Did it really happen? We've been talking about this for the last 25 years. It actually happened. Yeah. Yeah. They want to get some of it because they know it's going to pass, so they just want to lump up some money for some of their high interest lobbyists. So they want to get some money for their boys. That's basically what's happening. What? Right. And then the government can regulate the cryptocurrency, which I think is the ultimate plan, isn't it? Yeah. Wow. Because we still don't know what that is. We still can't. There's no real definition to what that is yet. We still haven't defined the actual value of some of this currency yet. Right. 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 It's just a 1 and 0 on your card, but the money's not really there. They're taking from Peter to pay Paul. Do you feel that the entire financial system is going to be remade in the next 20 years? Yeah. $3.5 trillion more that the House wants. $10 trillion in 2 years. $10 trillion in 2 years. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Let me push back on that just a tiny bit, because since we lost the gold standard, I mean, it just, it's balloons and apple carts. At the end of the day, we can print as much money as we want as long as the people continue to work. If the economy keeps working, then we'll never see the end of that deficit rainbow, because we don't base it on anything anymore. Right. Yeah. Yeah. They're doing it now. Inflation is happening right now. And they're getting richer and richer. They're going to the moon. They're like, fuck it. We don't destroyed the planet. The climate's crazy. We're going to the moon. We got viruses flying all over the place. We got the great Robin Walker from The Real Discussion on. First of all, her perspective is great. She's she's hyper intelligent. She's got all these things going on, and her perspective is something I always wanted to get on the morning emails. Now, Robin, I want to talk to you about this COVID variant, because what we're finding out now as adults. I've been vaccinated. I'm not going to ask you. That's a personal question. But I took the Pfizer vaccine, and so I feel a little bit safe as far as it pertains to the COVID shot. But now they're saying this hyper variant, this Delta variant, is affecting the children. What have we done here? Have we doomed our children? Because now we've got 100,000 kids in hospitals around the country getting the COVID now, where the kids are on respirators now. Have we doomed our children? Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. Right. Where the head of the federal government declares war. Right. 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 Is going to come, especially India, where our borders with India is basically wide open. With India, it's like the people from India come back and forth here on a regular basis, and COVID has been running rampant. You could watch it, like you could almost draw a picture of the COVID virus. Oh, it's going to mutate here in Bangladesh and going to go down through Delhi and going to come back across the country up through Indonesia, and then it's going to come right across and hit us again. And that's what happened. Yep, that's what happened. Mm. Right. Yeah. But then also in America too, hold on, but in America too, I mean, all we had to all do was either get the mask or we all come and decide, like the polio vaccine, to come in and mask up and vax up. And I understand that the FDA is just now starting to actually say it's good, but just now started to ratify the vaccine, certify it. But I'm just saying, if we all decided to come together as a country like we did for 9/11, even though we fought the wrong people, I'm not going to go there. But let's say we all came together and said, let's all do this. Then we could have eradicated the virus. We could have kept it out of here. No, it's always going to be like forever, forever. Right. I mean, we're not even in school yet. We're not in school yet. September is right, and September is right here. We're right about to be in September. The kids are about to go back to school. We do not even know. So now to lose your governor 2 weeks before school in New York, with the largest school district in the country, 1.1 million students, we have not yet even. We don't even know what's going to happen. We don't know if they're going to shut the schools down again in September. This is a real major conversation. Well, that's going to be a problem too. Now they're saying that if you don't take it, they're going to make it so. I mean, you're going to have so much trouble by not taking the vaccine. You might as well just quit, because right now they're mandating. Google's mandated it. United Airlines, big corporations have mandated that you have to take this vaccine in order to work for them, or else you're going to get fired. So now I think they're going to mandate that. Yeah, they're going to mandate that in the Board of Education soon too. Right. Mm. Right. No, I think you're going to get COVID, but you can still get COVID. But I think what they're saying is that the mortality rate from the people that are vaccinated is really very, very low. Like 99.92% of the people are surviving. And that's the word that I did. Yeah, that's what I got. Yeah. The child, that's what worries me. What worries me is that I could be walking around with COVID and infect my child. But when it first started, the thought was that your child would get the COVID and infect you, and they'd survive and you'd die. Now, as a man of a certain age, I'm 55 years old. I'm thinking, like, you know what? It was always a fear that my kids could kill me through COVID. Rest in peace, Chucky Thompson, one of the top hip hop producers in the world. The word is that he had gotten COVID. I'm not sure if the whole story is, but he was 53 years old. We are right in the bullseye of if you get COVID, you might not make it home. A lifetime of entertainment. Some of us in our community, weed smoke and Hennessy and drinking and bad food deserts, all the things that can line you up. Diabetes, hypertension, all the things that can line you up, that can put your ass in a respirator because you have not been taking care of yourself. And boom, you get hit with this COVID. 50, 53, 55, 57. These are the ages that COVID would destroy you in our African-American community, where in the other communities, you're in your 60s or maybe 70s. That's when they're worried about grandma. But this is dad now. 52-year-old dad is worried about, he may go down because he got COVID. But yeah, right. We could damage our kids, and that is the scariest part of this conversation, is that now it's reversed. Now we could damage our kids because I'm vaccinated. I got the Pfizer. I got 2 double pops of the Pfizer. So now I'm vaccinated. Now, so I may not get affected by COVID as much, but my child can get I have an 8-year-old son. He may get affected, and that scares the hell out of me. Yeah. Wow. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Get tested. Robin! Hold on, we got more. Woo!
Price went up.
I'm telling you, we got more, Robin. This is crazy. I'm talking to Robin Walker. This is your Uncle Ace from Raw Perspective. Shout out to my OSG family. Shout out to my MOP First family. Robin, we can talk all day. There's so much. I've been wanting to talk to you we could sit here and just wow out. There's so much we could talk about. You're such a well of information. Let me ask you a question. I'm going to say one thing because this is our last quick topic and we're going to get out of here. Reparations. Should we get them? Reparations. Quick. Black people. Reparations. African Americans. Come on. Descendants. What's up? Pourquoi? For what? For what are we getting reparations for? Right. I have it right here. I'm about to do the same thing. That's funny that you say that. Yeah, right here. I'm about to do it. Yeah, I have it right here. I'm about to do it. Yeah. Wow. Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Whoever. Yeah. If you weren't considered human, how could you own land in the country? You know, think about that. Right. 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 Woo! Reparations, your right to reclaim what is lost. And let me say this to you also, because I think that reparations should happen in two parts. One, to restore the ownership of the property, well, three parts. Two, to pay for labor that was never paid for, which is that's just a bill, right? And three, for the government, and this happened in the 1900s, early 1900s, as the government started to build out and give land to white immigrants and people and build out these suburbs and all that stuff, they purposely documented and would not allow African Americans to participate in the build out of the suburbs and all that stuff with the redlining and all that stuff. So it was a government policy not to give African Americans loans, even if they came back from the war. So I think they owe for that as well. This is just a bill. I think the bill needs to be paid. Right, right, right. Robin, it's crazy, and we don't have no more time today. We got to get out of here by 7. But no, it's not you. We got like you should be here at 5:30 a.m. We could go. Like you understand? We could go. Robin Walker from The Real Discussion. This is my sister. I tell you, our lightning round was crazy. Our lightning. You don't even understand. This is my sis. Oh man. Oh man. Yo, listen, Robin. So what's next for The Real Discussion? When's that coming back again? Yeah, great show. Coochie credit. Not, do me a favor. Just give me a little sneak preview of what is coochie credit. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. Yeah. Right. Oh, I get it. I get it. Coochie credit. Yeah. What does okay? Okay, so a drink at the bar equals a kiss on the cheek. 3 drinks at a bar and a steak dinner equals whatever. You know, is that what you're saying? Oh wow, oh coochie credit. See, I'm gonna listen to that one. I'm gonna stay out of that. I'm gonna stay out of that one. Because I can see myself getting in all kinds of trouble for getting in that one. Yeah. I get right into it. Yeah, I get right into coochie credit. And again, relationships. That's another thing I want to talk to you about. I can't even get into that. Relationships in the African American community, all these other things. I can't get it. We're gonna Robin, will you come back again soon? Will you come back again? This is a great discussion. The great. Oh, absolutely. We're gonna do that on a Friday, Rob. But that comes on when you are on, so we don't want to cloud that time up. But yeah, that's why. But we'll make it happen. We'll do something because I mean your perspective on things is so great and it's just not right down the middle. It's so off kilter a little bit that it's not what you would expect from a woman, and it's sharp. So I definitely want to enjoy that. The great Robin Walker, everybody. Shout out to my OSG family. Shout out to my MOP First family. This was another great episode of the morning emails. I mean, it just listen, we're always coming through with some amazing people. Reggae Wednesday. This is Reggae Wednesday, Robin. So on Wednesdays we do reggae. On Tuesday we do go-go music on Tuesday. Yeah, we do go-go on Tuesday. And then on Thursday we wild out, but I will not be here tomorrow. I'm traveling. I got to go to Florida, for business. Yeah, I know. I'm going to Aventura. I'm staying on the property. I'm not even leaving the resort. This is where I'm going to do business. It's sort of a golf / business meeting. Yeah, with some little bankers and all that kind of stuff. Listen, Robin Walker, thank you very much. This is your Uncle Lace from the Raw Perspective. Shout out to my OSG family. Shout out to my MOP family. Again, another great episode of the Raw Perspective Morning Emails. That's what we call it. And we will see you guys again. Have a great day. Robin, thank you for getting up this morning. Have a great morning. Have a good morning, Robin. A little coffee on me. I'll talk to you later. Thank you, Robin. Bye-bye. That was awesome. We ran a little late today, but talking to Robin is great. Robin is awesome. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll get back again. I'm not quite sure if I see you tomorrow. I may be traveling. If not, then I'll see you guys. I may do a Friday morning just to make up for it. I do believe OSG is coming back. I just saw that. I didn't think we were this week, but Easy Breezy doesn't tell me anything. He just springs it on me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, by the way, we're going to the moon tomorrow. Oh, thank you. I'll just get myself ready. Is one bag should I bring one toothbrush or two? I don't know, Easy Breezy. Shout out to my OSG family, man. Shout out to my MOP First family. August 28th, we will be at Summer Stage. We're going to have a great time with that. Come through and see the show in Coney Island. It's going to be great. And it's your Uncle Lace. I'll see you guys later. I'm going to get the boys off to camp and get the rest of my day going, man. Thank you very much. Have a great day, and thank you for enjoying the show. Please. Oh, we're good here and broadcast.